Good afternoon. How are you doing today? Are you having a great day? I hope so. I hope life is good for you and that you continue to move forward on your success path for your life. I just want to come on here and ask if your team is operating in their strengths. You know, as you come to the end of 2018 and you look at the new year ahead, I hope that you've given some thought to your team and making sure that everyone is operating out of their strengths and you're getting their best, whether it's the team at work or your team at home, your family, or whatever it is, that you've taken some time or you have some plans to move them forward and to move forward and really utilize the strengths of the individuals around you. The thing is, a lot of times people kind of can be placed in the wrong spot within the business or wherever, and it becomes a frustration for them, it becomes survival for them, and it becomes a frustration for the team. So just for an example, one story that I heard, the I personality who likes to be social and likes to be kind of the center of attention, the life of the party, an I was working kind of the computer side of things in a business, and they were in an office all alone by themselves most of the day. And the one problem the company was having is this the data or whatever wasn't up to date, wasn't being entered properly. And what they found out was the person in charge of that was an I personality and spent a lot of the time out walking around the office, going to get a drink and stuff, finding people to talk to because the I likes to communicate. And so they were positioned in the wrong spot for them to kind of really use their strength, and they were actually slowing the company down. So one side of that is to recognize who do you have on your team, who do you have around you, and then let them utilize their strengths. So for the task-focused personalities, if you have them in sales or out having to communicate with people a lot, you may not always be getting the results that you want, especially a C personality who likes tasks and who likes more of the detailed information and analyzing things. It's more difficult for them to sell things, and that may be a problem on your marketing side if you have someone with that personality working there. So just to recognize, hey, where can my team members really shine, really be an asset to our company, even though they may be great individuals? Are they in a spot that's frustrating them, that's causing them to operate out of their fears and survival mode because they like to have the social acceptance of an I, but they're locked away in a room by themselves all the time and can only talk to the wall and communicate? Or are they a personality that doesn't really want to communicate so much and not as high on the people connection side as the I's and the S's, and they're constantly having to communicate with people, which is taking away their concentration, their focus, or their energy that would be better utilized in details or in project management, whatever it is for the D and the C side of the personality scale. So just being aware, and as you enter the new year, maybe even use some personality assessments if you did not do that already for your family or for your team, and say, hey, where can we place or motivate those around me to be their best? And then to go along with that, is your team balanced? So just looking at what the different personalities really thrive at and really are good at, we can all kind of shift into these other strengths of the personality for times. But if we're spending 90% of our time being someone that we're not, if you're not really detailed and you're having to spend 90%, 95% of your time being detailed, it's going to be very frustrating and very wearing and taxing on you, and it will push you over into that survival mode. And so you will want to look at your teams as well and say, okay, do we have a lot of the visionaries, but not a lot of the people that like to actually put the systems in place and work it out? Or do we have a lot of the people who like to come up with the systems and like to put the systems in place, but we don't have a lot of the visionaries and the creators and the forward thinkers? And so you may want to recognize who you have on your team, and if you kind of are overloaded on one side, or don't quite have enough of some of the other side, you may want to look to add that. Remember, one of the best ways to manage limitations in your personality is to add it to you through someone else who has that as a strength area. And you may want to look at your teams and say, hey, you know, it'd be great to add some more of the S personality, or the C personality, more the detail-oriented people, or more the people who like to connect and execute, or maybe more salespeople, whatever it is, or more people that are comfortable being out and social and selling whatever it is, selling themselves and the product we have. So just take a look at that as well, and you may need to balance out your team or add to your team to bring up some of those strengths in those arenas. So just some thoughts for the end of the year here. I hope you had a great 2018, and that 2019 will be even better. And I hope you have a plan in place, some goals, some action steps to take to make the beginning of 2019 the best year yet for you. Well, enjoy your day, and remember, empower those around you by utilizing and pulling on their strengths, and not pushing their fear buttons. All right, enjoy.